Hey guys, Rap here. So about 2 years ago, there was something called the Save TF2 movement that happened. And the purpose of this movement was to get Valve to address and fix the bot crisis that has been affecting their casual servers for, about 5 years now. During that time of the movement and everything, they tweeted on the official game account, Twitter and everything, that they were going to fix it, and nothing happened. At least nothing substantial has happened. So you must be asking, what is this bot crisis you're speaking of? So in order for me to really describe the issue, we must discuss what a bot actually is. So what is a bot? A bot essentially is an AI-controlled player or account that interacts with the game in some way, shape, or form. Now, not all of these interactions can be bad. For instance, some bots can help with trades and whatnot because there's a trade economy inside the game of Team Fortress 2. And of course, those type of bots aren't even remotely the issue. The bots that are the cheating kind. So the cheating bots will have to unlock Sniper, and it will lock on to anyone across the map and just kill them instantly. And usually Sniper is balanced, normal gameplay, is balanced around the aspect of human error, whether it be positioning or mechanical skill. And the bot completely takes away any type of need for mechanical skill because it's not human. And so therefore, it can just click on anybody instantly, perfectly, accurately, all the time. As long as it has line of sight at least. Now these bots do more than just cheat, they also will spam both voice chat and text chat. Usually some pretty heinous stuff, usually racist, stuff like that. However, what Valve tried to do in order to quote-unquote fix this was that they completely blocked any type of free-to-play player from using any type of communication in their own servers. Whether it be text chat, whether it be voice chat, or even the voice commands such as medic or spy or whatever, which are pretty important to learn how to use because those are very important skills overall inside the game. Now how bots get around this whole entire quote-unquote fix is that they essentially just get, as you guessed it, premium accounts. Now premium accounts for TF2 are actually not hard to get at all. They're actually very cheap. So all Valve really did with that change in the long term was just ruin the free-to-play experience. Imagine being a brand new player to the game and you're in Valve Casual and you can't talk. On top of that, you have a lot of bots that cheat and etc. and of course they kick you, which gets me on to my next point. See, one by itself would actually be pretty easy to deal with because you can just vote kick them. However, these bots don't just come in one or two. No. Come in full-on, just straight-up armies. Come in hordes. And you heard me right earlier. I did say that they can vote kick. How, most players would deal with this is that, they would try to, hey, be like, no, that's me you're trying to vote off. That's them trying to vote me off kind of thing. And as you just said before, free-to-plays can't even communicate at all in way, shape, or form on those servers, so they can't even defend themselves vocally. And there's a lot of things that happen beyond just the in-game interactions as well. The thing is, the cheating isn't even the worst thing that these bot hosters have even committed. Some of the things that these bot hosters have actually done are considered to be illegal even. One of the things that these bot hosters will actually do is that they'll target and harass some of the content creators or even figureheads that have spoken out against this botting crisis. The two creators I'll be focused on in this is Mega Scatterbomb and Spiky Mikey. And of course some of these things did happen to other creators, but these are the main two. For instance, they'll defame these creators in lots of ways. One of them will be impersonations. They'll often accomplish this by having a lot of these bots renamed after those creators. Another thing they'll do for impersonation is that they'll use a content creator's voice and deepfake it and make it sound like they said something that they actually did not. The main purpose for these impersonations is to make it seem like these content creators or figureheads are the ones responsible for the bots in the first place, which of course is not true. Another example of defamation that they've committed is, for instance, they've made Mega Scatterbomb look like he's, into kids, if you will. This was done via screenshots with fake Steam accounts. One of the things they tried with Spiky Mikey was extortion. As I said in the prior portion of the video, I did mention that TF2 has a bit of a trade economy. One of the things they tried to do in order to extort him was that they said, hey look, we're going to keep making these bots in your name, if you don't give us your Scorching Flames Hong Kong and whatnot. And as I said before, TF2 has its own economy, and that item by itself is worth hundreds of dollars. They have also done stream sniping and DDoSing, which are a bit more on the minor side, but still, harassment. Two of the major things they have done is they've also done doxing and swatting. I know not everybody who's watching knows what those mean, so I'll give you those definitions real quick. So doxing essentially means is that you're leaking somebody's personal information online without their consent. That usually their first name, where they live, where they work, etc., stuff like that. Which is a huge invasion of privacy, and that comes with its own dangers, of course. And speaking of dangerous, there's also swatting. Swatting is when you call the local authorities for wherever that person's living at, and then falsifying a report saying that they're doing something dangerous, such as a bomb threat, they're about to shoot up something, they have hostages, stuff like that. And swatting in and of itself is dangerous, mostly because what happens is the authorities treat it as an active threat, and that can lead to somebody getting killed. In fact, there has been an instance, maybe even two, where that has actually happened, where somebody did get killed because of it. As far as the rest of the stuff that has gone through, like Spike Monkey and Mega Sky Bomb and everything, I'll leave a link to the document, I should say, in the description below for those who want to see more stuff specifically. Now, a more general thing they've done for not just anybody in particular, but also just the community in general, is that they've also tried to sell bot immunity, quote unquote. And the reason why I said it like that is because, as you saw from when I presented, these people who do this kind of crap aren't below doing some of the most heinous stuff. So there's nothing preventing them from just taking somebody's money and running with it, and not. But even with all these issues, that doesn't mean there's not a fix, because there definitely is. For a huge issue that has its own complications, you think it'd be the same for the solution. That's not always the case. Something that I did not quite mention beforehand is that in the past, some of these bots have tried to join community servers, but it has often led to failure for them. The reason for community servers being a safe haven that they are from these bots are as follows. Community servers are run, well, as you guessed it, by the community. One of these benefits includes better moderation. As a reminder, Valve as a company has about 350 people at a given time, and of course that's spread across different projects, including other games, as well as Steam itself. Because these community servers are operated and owned privately, they don't have to wait for Valve to take action, they can take action themselves as soon as they need to. You also have the potential for more moderation anyways. Rather, in Valve Casual and their own matchmaking system, they're pretty much hands-off for the most part. But really, our solution is honestly the second big reason why community servers haven't been invaded as much. A lot of community servers have their own anti-cheat plugins. I actually remember joining a few community servers a while ago where I've seen a few bots try to join and immediately kicked and banned from those servers. And that's all thanks to their anti-cheat plugin that they use. You see, Valve doesn't really often update VAC itself as far as the software goes. And their reasoning for it is because when it comes to cheating in video games as a whole, it's constantly an arms race, or if you heard in Batman Begins, escalation. Essentially what that means is that whenever you try to make your anti-cheat better or something, or you update your anti-cheat, there always is some way around it. In fact, you can look at this video here, which I would recommend watching. It's about how do kernel level anti-cheats actually work, and are they actually worth it, and everything. It's pretty good. It's really in depth in how that goes. However, because of what we've seen with community servers and lack of bots on them, I don't suspect that's the case for them. A lot of these bot hosters aren't cheat developers themselves. They more or less use something called Cathook. Now, Cathook is actually what enables a lot of these bots to be able to navigate properly around the maps and everything, at least as far as I understand. I could be wrong. But I know for a fact a lot of these anti-cheat server plugins that these community servers actually use block that Cathook from even being a thing. So a lot of these bot nets can't even join the server even if they tried. Now, the original creator of the Cathook plugin did take it off GitHub, which is where a lot of people, including the bot host, actually did find it. But much like uploading anything else on the internet, even if you take it off yourself as the original poster, if somebody else has it, they can share it around. That being said, that doesn't mean Valve can't somehow find it, because it was public for a long time, and they can analyze it and then add it to their signature for VAC. In fact, there are guides online of how to actually host these botnets and everything, and Valve can start there. Or what they could do is they could actually contract that work out if they don't want to hire more people specifically for that type of job. After all, a lot of that work is done for them. And there's plenty of people who still want to work on the game. This issue we've been having for the past 5 years is very much solvable. What it really comes down to is that we, as a TFT community, are just simple folk. We want simple things, we just want casual to be playable again. This community is very passionate, and sometimes stubborn, for better or for worse, but we love the game. We wanted to see it thrive. In reality, it doesn't take much to make us happy. Even though we don't get love from Valve, and all we get are microtransactions, this game and this community still has a soul. There is quite nothing like it. We just want to save our game. Please, let's fix TF2 and let's save TF2. Thanks for watching.